welcome back to my channel. Tasha Miller here, and today is Friday the 13th. How awesome is that, right? Time to watch all those Friday movies, scary movies, yeah. And because it's Friday the 13th and so close to Halloween, today we're going to be talking about how to write a scary scene. Now remember, I don't write horror, so I'm not talking about horror. That is a little bit different, but I am talking about writing suspense, writing fear. Number 1, know how the brain works. The mind is a crazy place. And to keep you more sympathetic, your body tries to mimic what it sees. Go to a movie theater and watch a scary or an emotional movie, and then look around and look at the people. Their faces are going to mimic the actors so that they can get in the actor's shoes, so they can feel the sadness, so they can feel the fear or being scared. Now, in reading, it's a little more difficult to do, but you have to make sure that you are writing believable and relatable things. If you're writing about a character that never gets afraid, most readers are not going to believe that, and they're not going to relate to it because everyone gets afraid. Number 2, show, don't tell. As a writer, we are always wanting to show, not tell. There are some appropriate times to tell, but with a scary scene or suspenseful, you need to show it because the reader needs to have that reaction. They need to know what your protagonist is feeling. That's why we never say things like, Maria was scared out of her mind. Yes, we know that Maria is scared, but you are not going to have your reader scared by saying that. If you start showing that her hands are shaking, that her chest is starting to heave, that her heart is hammering against her chest, that gaping hole of fear in their stomach is starting to curl, things like that are going to help your readers connect to your protagonist and feel what they are feeling. Number 3, put your protagonist in danger. The best way to get your readers to be afraid or to have some suspenseful moments is to get your readers caring about your protagonist. If they don't care, they're going to read all of this showing and they're going to be like, okay, that's nice. I don't really give a crap about this person, so hopefully she gets stabbed. A really good way to have your readers actually connect and care about your protagonist is try not to make your protagonist perfect. A lot of people that read perfect characters, they are just they're put off by them. They don't like them because they are not perfect. So reading about someone perfect, it just gets irritating. It's like the popular girl that thinks she's perfect and is always jolly and all this kind of nonsense. We're like, hey, shut the fuck up. Number 4, use a little mystery. Keep your readers engaged by keeping those questions prolonged. Don't just answer everything. Once your reader knows what that creepy sound is or who the antagonist is, they're not going to be that interested in the story anymore. You already gave away the big questions. Readers read to get the questions answered. The very back of the book, there's tons of questions in the back, and they're going to read to find out if Mary Lou survives or if Brad gets the girl. The unknown is the scariest thing. That's why people are so scared of the dark. You don't know what's lurking in it. They turn on the light and they think they're safe. So when your protagonist is hearing footsteps, laughter, creaks, screeching, any type of weird sound that isn't normal, your readers are going to get scared because they don't know what's making that sound either. And they're going to be scared for your protagonist. Number 5, use your writing skills. Don't use repetitive words. Get creative with your words. Don't just say that her heart was bumping in her chest. Say that it was throbbing, that it was beating, that it was pounding. If there's dialogue in your scary scene, then don't use she said, he said type of things. Actually use what is happening when that person says it. For example, you're never gonna win, Clara says, yanking at her chains against her wrist, despite how the cold metal rips against her flesh. Something like that. Now, if you just said, "You're never gonna win," Claire whimpered, that's not very engaging for your reader. If your reader wants to know that she's crying, well, talk about the tears running down Clara's face. Don't talk about how she is crying. Actually show us what's happening. And try not to use words with ly at the ending. Those aren't very descriptive, so it's going to be hard for your reader to actually connect with what you're saying. Number 6, do your research. Nothing is going to piss your readers off more if you don't know the anatomy or you don't know some type of chemicals, but you have them in your book. It's the silliest saying, H2O is going to burn your flesh. We all know H2O doesn't do that. So if you're going to use that type of stuff like chemicals and anatomy, definitely do your research. And in your world, if H2O is that type of thing, then make sure in the beginning that people know. That is world building, and you'll have to make everything clear, because in this world, your readers, they use H2O constantly. They're not going to think that it burns people's flesh. So when it happens in your book or to your protagonist or to a character, they're just going to be dumbfounded and be like, what the fuck's going on? That's water. Number 7, use your world. So despite if you're using the actual world or if you're creating a whole world, use it to your advantage. A lion roaming in the jungle isn't that scary, but a lion walking into your kitchen is kind of scary. Remember, things that don't belong or things that are too big or that they're not natural get scary for people. Little tiny cockroaches running around, yeah, that's nasty, but people aren't extremely scared of them. But if you make your cockroaches humongous, a size of a human or a car, now that shit's scary. Or if you walk into your house and there's fog, or your chairs and furniture on top of the roof, things that don't really happen and things that can't be explained are scary to your readers. Alrighty, everybody, that's all I have for you today. Hopefully this helped and you can create your scary world and scare the bejesus out of all of these lovely readers. Just remember to have fun with it. If you have characters that won't act very professional if a big monster walks out, then make them act unprofessional. You know, things that happen are unpredictable. If you got a big bulky man that looks like he could take on anything and he screams like a little girl or he's scared of mice, let it happen. Have fun with your writing. Everything doesn't have to be extreme and serious. Now, if you have any questions or you just want to chat, go ahead, comment down below. And you can also tweet me at Tasha Y. Miller, or you can go on my Tumblr, Tasha Y. Miller, or go on my website, those 3 W's, and TashaYMiller.com. All right, thank you. Bye.
Writing for a dream is not what it seems, for choosing one theme isn't true to the scene.